Brave kids, welcome to our online experience. My name is Pastor Tara, and we're so excited that you're joining us today. Elementary schoolers, last week we had Halloween and lots of yummy candy was given out. This month we have Thanksgiving. Go find a family member and tell them something that you were thankful for. I'm thankful for my silly dog. This week we're launching into our new series, Upcycle. We're going to learn to be content with what God has given us. Your action step this week is to practice being content with what you have. Thank God for what you have. Who's ready for our new worship song, What I Choose? I can't wait to sing it with you.
And this is a bicycle! Obviously. This bike has seen better days. The paint's chipped, the gears are rusty, and the handlebars squeak whenever you turn them. If you had a bike that looked like this one, you'd probably be a little disappointed. Maybe even a little sad. You'd probably think it was time to get a new bike. But maybe you need to think again. Oh, sorry. Let me explain what I mean. It all starts with contentment. Contentment is learning to be okay with what you have. That means you don't have to be sad about your old bike. You just have to look at your old bike in a new way. You gotta see the potential. Just look. Can you see it? All she needs is a little air in the tires, oil in the gears, and some flash. I don't have to buy a new bike when I've already got everything I need to make this bike feel like new. And that, my friends, is what I call upcycling. Let's do this. That's a bike I can be content with. And as you'll learn in today's story, contentment doesn't only work with bicycles, it works with anything. Hear that? Yeah, me neither. I'll see you in a bit.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story inspired by the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verses 11 through 13.
We live in a time where it's really easy to communicate. In 2 seconds, I can send a text to a friend in another state or hop on a FaceTime call with my dear auntie on the other side of the world. But when the Apostle Paul was planting brand new churches, it was not a simple matter for him to stay in touch with the new believers in places he had traveled. Every letter had to be carefully handwritten and then hand-delivered. Plus, travel was often difficult and dangerous. It would take weeks, if not months, for a letter to even arrive. So whenever Paul wrote a letter, he chose the very most important things to say. Every word mattered, including these verses he wrote to the believers at the church in Philippi.
I have learned to be content no matter what happens to me. I know what it's like not to have what I need. I also know what it's like to have more than I need. I have learned the secret of being content no matter what happens. I am content whether I'm well-fed or hungry. I am content whether I have more than enough or not enough. I can do all this by the power of Christ. He gives me strength.
See, Paul wanted the Philippians and us to understand that God can help us be okay in any situation, no matter what we face. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, yeah, that's easy for Paul to say. And that was true. To start off, he was a well-to-do, well-known, respected religious leader with a lot of power. But when Paul met Jesus,
"Why are you opposing me?"
Who are you, Lord?
everything changed. Paul's new outspoken beliefs upset both the Jewish leaders who had been his friends and the Greek and Roman leaders who were afraid Paul would cause trouble. Paul himself recorded some of the crazy situations he experienced during his travels. In a letter to the Corinthians, he explained,
I have been in prison. I have suffered terrible beatings. Again and again, I almost died. 3 times, I was shipwrecked. I have been in danger from rivers and robbers. I have been in danger from my fellow Jews and in danger from Gentiles. I have been in danger in the city, in the country, and at sea. I have been in danger from people who pretended they were believers. Often I have gone without sleep. I have been hungry and thirsty.
Now, Paul truly understood what it was like to face difficult situations of every kind. In fact, when he wrote his words to the Philippians about contentment, he was under arrest and couldn't even leave the house. Now, your story is different from Paul's. If you were to tell a trusted friend what you were going through, it might sound something like this.
I've had to wear my same sneakers, even when my friend got a new pair.
I've had to live one place during the week and another on the weekend.
I've had to settle for a movie night even though I wanted a sleepover instead.
I've had to live with a cast on my arm for 2 months.
I've had to sit alone at the lunch table.
I've had to miss summer camp because Dad took a job that didn't pay as much.
I've had to eat meatloaf at home when I wanted to eat out.
God knows your story. He knows all the ups and downs you face. He knows what you have and what you don't have. But no matter what happens, God loves you. He's given his only son, Jesus, to make a way to live with him forever. He's provided everything you need to choose contentment. As Paul reminds us, I have learned to be content no matter what happens to me. I am content whether I have more than enough or not enough. I can do all this by the power of Christ. He gives me strength.
The Apostle Paul went through a lot in his life. He'd been hungry, he'd been in trouble, he'd been in prison, but somehow through it all, he knew how to be content. How could he do that? How do we do that? Well, we can find out in the letter he wrote to the Philippians. 2 things. First, Paul wrote, "I have learned to be content no matter what happens to me." The key word there is learned. Paul had to learn to be content, and so do we. Just like we learn what 2 + 2 is and how many continents there are. 7, 6, 5. Sometimes learning contentment will come easy, but sometimes learning contentment takes time. You'll learn over time how to adjust your attitude and be okay when you don't have everything you want and when things don't go your way. The second thing Paul wrote that will help you be content is this: I can do all this by the power of Christ. He gives me strength. When you put your trust in Jesus, you can rely on Him and the Holy Spirit to give you strength when you're not feeling content about something. And that's true if you didn't get what you asked for on your birthday. It's true if you didn't get the part you wanted in the school play or the position you wanted on the football team. And it's true with bicycles! Here's the one thing to remember today. God can help you be content. When you feel sad or disappointed because something doesn't go the way you expect, talk to God about it. Ask Him to help you see your situation in a new way. Could be there's more potential there than you think. I think I'll try out my new and improved bike now. I know, it's going to ride great. But even if it doesn't, I'm going to try and be content. See you next time.
Magazines always try to sell me things, from bicycles to shiny rings. And they say, hey, check out this brand new fad. It's something that you gotta have, that kinda make me wanna laugh. Cause contentment isn't found in possessions. I think they've got the wrong impression. I try to focus my attention on the fact that I'm blessed and everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need. Hey, I must admit that sometimes I want what my friends have. It's easy to do that. I try to keep myself from losing sight of where my joy comes from. Cause contentment isn't found in possessions. I think they've got the wrong impression. I try to focus my attention on the fact that I'm blessed and everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need. Everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need.
Video games and nice clothes. It's easy to let your mind go down the wrong path, wanting what other people have, always wanting more things when old things get boring. But life isn't measured by the things you own or the things you don't. I'ma be good with what I got. I promise you that I am not. One was his, one was hers. Yo, I'm blessed and that's for sure. Fancy things are cool, I guess, but you don't watch out, you just might miss that there's more to life than the eye can see. Look inside, you got all you need.
Everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need. Everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need.
What does it feel like when you really, really want something? You think about it all the time. Maybe you save up every penny you can earn. Or you beg your parents, please, 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 I'll never ask for anything ever again. Whether it's a toy or a game or a pair of shoes or even some kind of lesson, it feels like everything will be perfect if only you can have it. And sometimes finally, you get it. Yeah! At first, it's great. Everything you hoped for. But then that new toy or game or pair of shoes or an experience, it starts to get old. It's less exciting. Maybe even it breaks. Now you're bored. You want something else new. And it happens over and over and over again. But here's the amazing thing. God's given you a superpower to defeat the cycle. Instead of always focusing on something new, something you don't have, fix your eyes on what you do have. Ask God to help you see the value and fun in whatever it is you have now. That vintage game, that pair of kicks with serious character, that you've got time to kick the soccer ball around with your mom or dad, even if you can't be on that expensive traveling team. Choosing contentment doesn't mean you can never have new things or exciting experiences, but it does mean you can find things to love in your life right now as it is. And when you do that, others can see God at work in you. That's why choosing contentment is an amazing way to worship God with your life. Because worship is about more than just singing loud. It's all about living loud.
You cannot.
Can too.
Cannot.
Can too.
There's no way that you can ride a unicycle.
Yes, I can. It's easy.
Easy? Prove it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I will. Unicycle John, here I come.
Woo! Ha ha! I thought you said you could ride a unicycle.
I can. But I still have the training wheel on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon.
And I'm John.
And this is the So-and-So Show. John?
Yeah.
You going on a bike ride?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get out and get some exercise every day, so I've been taking rides around the neighborhood.
Oh, that's a nice-looking bike.
Oh, yeah? You think so?
Well,
I've had this thing for a few years. I mean, sure, it's a little old, a little rusty, but it still takes me where I want to go. That's all I need.
Ever look at your old rusty bike and think, this is all I need?
Yes?
Well, you're wrong. Looney Larry here with the latest deals in physical fitness to keep you as healthy as a horse.
Horses are not particularly healthy.
Ugh! I was hoping to get some exercise, but what's the deal with all this fresh air? Gross. I wish I could get sweaty in air conditioning and pay a lot of money for something I could do for free. Lucky you! Introducing the Laraton, a top-of-the-line exercise bike. Want to ride a bike but not go anywhere? Get a Laraton today and ditch your old, sad, bad, rusty, barely functioning, low-quality, stinky, unacceptable, cheap downer of a bike. It'll make your life better. Would I lie?
I must have one.
But, John...
Oh, it's here! Okay. Help me move it in. Come on, I'm sure it's heavy.
12 and a half minutes later.
Well,
what?
Is it worth it? Are you happy now?
Oh, yeah, I'm so happy.
Good.
This is way better than a bicycle that actually goes places. Now I've got everything I need.
Are you absolutely sure your Laraton has everything you need?
I was sure.
Well, now you can upgrade your Laraton device with this attached digital display. Be instantly transported to other locales as you exercise. You can bike in the woods. Turn of the century London. A dystopian future. Your very own home. We've got all sorts of options. What? Look, I'm in outer space. Order a Laraton today. It is out of this world.
Well, there's no way you'll
Thanks!
John!
I know.
Why do you need all of this stuff? You already have a real bike.
Yeah, but my real bike can't take me through the Swiss Alps.
Yeah, I guess not.
Now I'm absolutely 100% certain that I have everything I need. Whoa!
But do you really?
Release my friend!
Love owning the Laraton but hate all the exhausting exercise that comes with it? Introducing Larabucks! For a small fee, you can get credit for your workouts without even doing them. Just enter your credit card number at the Larabuck Marketplace and get fit without ever working out again. Would I lie?
No!
You need to purchase Larabucks!
You don't need any of this, John!
Need to be shredded!
No! John! John! Wait, listen!
Uni Larry!
No, it's Bible story time with Kellen.
Oh.
Hey guys! Oh, you okay?
Great, Kellen. Quick question. Can I borrow your credit card?
Ignore him, Kellen. What are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about this. The Apostle Paul wrote this in a letter to the church of Philippi. You can read it in the book of Philippians. Paul wrote, I have learned the secret of being content no matter what happens. You see, Paul knew what it was like to have more than he needed, and he also knew what it was like to not have enough. In fact, when he wrote these words, Paul wasn't a free man. He was being held under house arrest.
So what is it, Kellen? What's the secret of being content?
Well, I'll tell you. After we check in with our friends Becky and Bathilda. Whoa! Look at the haul of candy these two have. This, my friends, is what it looks like to have more than you need. And you'd think it should be easy to be content in a situation like this, right? But then, Bathilda...
Who would do this?
Who would do this? Gross! No, not the sour candy! Who would give out sour candy? Ah! I hate sour candy with all my might! Ah!
Maybe Becky has it figured out.
Peanut butter? Oh, no, I don't like peanut butter. Okay, yeah, these got to. But you know what? My dad likes peanut butter, so I'll just set these aside for him.
You see that? Becky was able to turn something she didn't like into a positive. While Bathilda, well, she lost her cool. Becky was content while Bathilda was not. And that's when things are going good. What happens when things aren't so good? Aw, it looks like Becky and Bathilda are a little under the weather. Okay, maybe a lot of it under the weather. This would be one of those times when it's hard for anyone to be content.
Dad! I'm uncomfortable! Dad! I need more pillows! Hello?
Bathilda's a little upset. And I totally get it. I can get that way when I'm sick too, or when I'm hungry, or when I don't get my way, or when someone has something that I want. It isn't always easy to be content. But then Paul wrote that he learned the secret of being content no matter what happens.
Thank you for the ginger ale. I wish I wasn't sick, but it's nice to know that I have someone taking care of me.
There are gonna be times when things aren't going perfectly. You're going to get sick. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be too hot or too cold or too something. And in those times, you'll need to know the secret of being content. Here it is. Paul wrote, I have learned the secret of being content no matter what happens. I am content whether I am well fed or hungry. I am content whether I have more than enough or not enough. I can do all this by the power of Christ. He gives me strength. Jesus is the secret. He gives us the strength to be content no matter what happens.
So Jesus can help me be content and stop obsessively upgrading my Laraton?
Sure.
Then why do I still want Larabucks?
Well, it's like what Paul wrote. I've learned the secret. It was something he had to learn, and it probably took some time to really get it.
So it's a process. And if I allow Jesus to work in my life over time, I can learn how to be content?
My work here is done.
Thanks, Kellen.
You bet. I'll see you guys next time.
You feel better, John?
No. Being content is hard, but I'm learning.
Then we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
Reveal the question. When is it hardest to be content?
Well, it's obviously hard to be content when things are bad, but I actually think it's really tough to be content when things are close to perfect.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like when you're at a theme park for a big vacation, but have to wait in a long line.
Or when you've got exactly what you need and something better comes along.
Yeah, but is the Laraton really better?
Nah, I think I'm going to return it.
All sales final.
Okay.
Well, good luck with that. Until next time, I'm Brandon.
And I'm John.
This was the So-and-So Show.
You know what I could do with this?
What could you do?
Hang laundry on it.
Oh, that's great. I would get it nice and dry.
Yeah. This would get nice and dry from my sweat. You know, an exercise bike is all well and good, but riding a bike in the great outdoors, well, ain't nothing better. Woo! Look at this scenery. Wow, this feels great. You can feel the wind. Can't see it, but you can feel it. Far. Oh. Woo! Oh! Oh!
Me got to see what you see. You are doing a great work in me. I've decided I can't stand still. No, you have given me purpose. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you, for you. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you. Make a move for you. Make a move, make a move. Take up the call to serve you. You have given me a job to do. I wanna love the world just like you. Yeah, you have given me purpose. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you, for you. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours.
for joining us, Brave Kids. This month, we're going to practice making a difference by raising money to bless families in need with a bike. If you want to be part of making another kid feel special, then you can work with your family to raise money and bring it to Brave Church. Kids can do big things for God, like blessing others. See you next week, Brave Kids.